Today, from Memphis, Tennessee, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Memphis Hounds taking on St. Louis.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today it's Week 3 and we've got a good one in store between our visitors and the Memphis Hounds. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Memphis team as they get ready here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they were losers their last time. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. 2nd and 10. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Whitfield. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP, already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
2nd and 11. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So they bring out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something wrong with that one.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man-coverage was so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 61 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Whitfield. And there's a quick throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see This celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now they'll run on the draw. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And his kick here is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first.
Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle here to Brown.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
16 yards, a 1st down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
2nd and 2. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Collins. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. They're going to look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. This will be caught at about the 5. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Back to throw here. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
Point after try forthcoming. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A 10-play drive that time. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throw. Whitfield. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Back to throw. Whitfield. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. From the gun on 3rd down, Whitfield.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Whitfield. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Whitfield.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
On 1st and 10. Whitfield. It's complete to Williams. And that play is blown up. Losing yardage back at the... He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
To throw on 2nd down. Whitfield.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
From the gun on third down, Whitfield. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. This is Carson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
For the second time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 40 yards on the ground for him so far. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. He'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now back to throw. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one.
They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this is going to remain a one-point game. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Whitfield. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Whitfield. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Whitfield. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Whitfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the 1st half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. On 1st down, Whitfield. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Now the offense going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Whitfield. And this one is incomplete. A 3rd field goal of the 1st half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Whitfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Rolling to his right. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there as the 1st half is winding down. And the Hounds have taken the lead here in the final stages of this 1st half. So the 1st drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that 1st drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the 1st one. And the 2nd time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They'll throw now on the final play. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago. And as they approach halftime, it's the Bears who are out in front. The Bears locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they've got the lead at halftime over the visiting Carolina Panthers. The Falcons still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And that game all tied up with the visiting Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. On the jet sweep, there goes Collins. Only a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, Tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play. But the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit, too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw here. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
On 3rd down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
70 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
They'll drop to throw. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. Throwing on 1st down. Whitfield. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll be 2nd in a couple. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
To throw on second down, Whitfield. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up third down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 86 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bulldogs have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's looking sharp here so far in the 3rd quarter, Charles.
It appears that the halftime gave him a little bounce. You know, came out, springing his legs, a little pep in his step, and he's taking off and running really well in the 3rd quarter.
Sometimes we talk about how guys don't want halftime to come, but some guys, they're happy when that break gets there.
You never know which way it's going to go. He's taking advantage of it in this one, though.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Whitfield able to locate Andrews here on the out route. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Hounds have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game. And here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect a lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Extra point right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Well, that
drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On 2nd down now. It's Curtis. Flashed the stick skills on that run, but then stopped shy of the 35. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on 1st down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
If they get nothing else here on 3rd down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to throw no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Collins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field, and we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
He's going to try and do this himself.
And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Back to throw. Whitfield. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Nifty move. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
We say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down. Here's a give up the middle.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Now a timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And his kick is good. He knocks through his 3rd field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out of the end. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Memphis, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.